Yes, I am putting this ad in the beginning of the video so you guys will actually watch it. A friend of mine has set up a security-focused cloud storage service and has offered me a cut of the money for promoting it to you. He's known on the server as MI5 or Cam, those of you who are on the Discord servers will know. And he wants to get an idea for how many people are interested in subscribing to the service. The starting price for this hopefully future service will be £5. Cam is British, so it's about $6.85 in US. For a space, and it would be a good way of helping support the channel, if you don't want to pay $40 for a t-shirt. Haha, Cam, thanks a lot for writing that. All you have to do is hit the like on the comment that says cheaper than merch if you would pay into this and help give him an idea of how many are interested. And before you say, the Creepswork, you're selling out, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't directly from a friend, so go fuck yourself. One day at the office, those rare days I'm actually there. I sat around talking shit with everyone playing retarded office games. Boss comes in with a new job. Usual story, rich guy's daughter has gone off on a party train and he's sick of paying for it, wants her brought back. It's actually the most mundane and normal of jobs. Normally these girls go off with daddy's credit card and hit a string of bars and clubs with it and anyone willing to pretend to be their friend. This goes on until daddy cuts off the card, then they find other ways to pay and fall in with a different crowd. We find her easily enough. Dumb bitch keeps trying to use her cards. The flight doesn't take long and she is still trying to use them. I mean, my god, how fucking dense can you be? Locate her in a bland as fuck themed nightclub. Ice everywhere, place is fucking cold, drinks come in ice, fucking whack shit, yo. She's easy to spot. The Landwhale hammering the card reader, shouting abuse at the staff. Wonder why no one has kicked her out yet. We come up behind her and tell the barman we'll cover the tab. Inform her that her father has sent us. Normally this is enough to make the young girls become quiet and cooperative. Not this whale. She pushes us aside and starts running. Despite her size, bitch can run and we lose her in the crowd on the streets. The whale vanishes beneath the waves, and by waves I mean crowd. We shrug and try to figure out her next port of call. Argument ensues between us over our failure to stop a little girl. She's 16. Young guy points out that she probably weighs as much as two of us together. Argument continues until we get another hit on the cards. She's in a restaurant this time. We get there and Jesus fucking Christ, she sat at this huge table covered in empty plates. The staff has revealed she ate it all. Pay the tab, try to grab her. Better luck is had this time, as all four of us grabbing her and trying to pull her out of the restaurant with her screaming and shouting all the while. Some idiots call the cops, and with sirens in the distance, we gotta bail. She does too, unfortunately. Good thing is we are not fucking with the Thai police. Argument changes to discussion of how the fuck do we ensnare the beast. Call home for advice and info. Guy back at home suggests a fishing net or something. Duh. And reveals a few of her taste. Namely, large quantities of cheap tacky cocktails, fast food, and fat guys. Weird, but whatever. Fishnet does get approval from the group, mind you, so we procure a net from a nearby themed restaurant. The hunt for the whale resumes. Bingo. Another card hit. This time a strip club. Hit the club and find her arguing with the barman, screaming that she needs money for the stripper. Barman is clearly terrified. She's laid on the bar, grabbing hold of the barman while a bouncer tries to pull her off. We help and throw the net over her. Critical success. She falls over flat on her face and starts crying. Sufficiently restrained. She's left a sort of greasy stain on the countertop, and the whole thing seems to have buckled under the strain. Pay for damages. Start dragging her fat ass out of the place. As we leave, notice the strip club is full of fat women staring at us disapprovingly. Realize we better hurry the fuck up. As we're leaving, a fat guy barges through the door past us too. Wonder for a moment what the fuck is going on. Then notice the strippers are fucking gigantic. Confused as fuck, noticing the phones, we panic, drag her fat ass into the car and speed away quickly. One of us fishes the target's phone out of her purse, starts going through it. After a good 20 minutes of this fat slob sobbing in the car between bouts of screaming at us, we hear aloud, "Oh, that explains it," from our partner in crime with the phone. Turns out the Landwhale had helped finance a positive body image stripper night at the club with a bunch of other fatties. Why in Thailand? Fuck if I know. realizes all of her friends will be calling the cops. Call the boss and ask for a way out. He says lay low and he'll work on it. We fuck off to a warehouse that has been pegged as our fallback location. Some of our mates working another gig are there. They help us with the Landwhale while their target is tied to a chair and gagged. Unfortunately, she's starting to get a lot more rowdy and fights back. It takes all 8 of us to tie her up. It works for a while, and we're just relaxing as we hear a loud snap as she breaks the cuffs and ropes. The whale is loose! What follows is a good hour of chasing this Landwhale around the warehouse trying to subdue her. Eventually managed to lock her in a toilet with a load of stuff braced against the door. Windows too tiny for her to escape from. She keeps hammering at the door for the next few hours, and we realize we gotta do something. Our man with the phone has been sat there, reading for a while now, being generally useless. Turns out he was trained as a forensic psychologist or some such shit, and he was just figuring her out. Explains how she wound up here in Thailand. Nothing special, just a bunch of her fatty SJW friends wanting to go on a sexual vacation like other women, and made sure to tailor it to their taste, with the rich fatty bankrolling the whole thing. That's real fascinating, mate, but that's useless to us. Tells us all we need to do to keep her under control is to give her the fantasy she wants. Well, mate, sounds like you just volunteered since she ain't got a good look at you yet. Oh, hell no, he goes. But the damage is done. He points out lack of fatness, and we realize this is a problem. Call boss and tell him we need a fat suit. Boss says can do. 20 minutes later, one fat suit arrives. Gotta love him sometimes. He just makes shit happen. Realize that someone is gonna have to pork her, and I can't be one in the fat suit due to his penis not being like a foot long. Cut up the fat suit and make a cavity someone can hide in. Realizes it has to be a small someone. Problem is debated. Option of cutting off one guy's leg comes up but is quickly disregarded. Consensus achieved. We need a tiny guy with a big cock. 4 of us pile into the car and set off to find such a man. Eventually, after a half hour of searching, we stop to ask these ladyboys if they know anyone like that. This tiny ladyboy, who would be short for a woman, who is wearing an oddly long skirt for a ladyboy, lifts it halfway, revealing the tip of a substantial cock. Sold, little ladyboy! He piles into the car and we try to explain the situation, but he seems confused by it all. Drive back to the warehouse. After a further 10 minutes of explanation, get tired of it and stuff the ladyboy into the fat suit. Someone has to make sure his cock is positioned right. Not it. The barricade is removed, and our failed psychiatrist, or whatever he was, pretends he has rescued the fatty from the evil cis scum, and comes to whisk her away on a romantic adventure or some shit. Fatty is whisked away to the airport, where the client of our other team has sent a plane to pick them up. We figure let's be green and I'll go on it. Fat suit guy takes Fatty into the back of the plane, claiming it's his, where there's a rather nice bedroom, and spends the flight having the ladyboy pork her, while everyone else sits up front and pretends they can't hear her moans and screams. We arrange a limo to pick her up, and Fat suit guy goes with. Ladyboy porks her some more in the limo, we are later told. Poor ladyboy and Fat suit guy only got a brief break while she was sleeping, her snoring seeming to shake the whole plane. Fatty is dropped off at her father's. He shakes Fat Suit Guy's hand, but once the daughter starts talking about what happened, he becomes concerned, and Fat Suit Guy assures him the penis was not real, as he is wearing a fat suit. Fatty's father is pleased. Fat Suit Guy takes off Fat Suit to prove point. Fatty's father inspects it, saying it is very lifelike. Fat Suit Guy makes up excuses and quickly bails, relating all this to us later. Poor Thai ladyboy is released for good. Poor bastard spends the next hour drinking everything in the minibar as the plane continues the next drop-off. We wind up paying the ladyboy a full share of the pay, and pay for his trip back home. I don't think he has ever seen so much money in one place. Seemed pretty damn pleased. Shit was generally fucking crazy.